Allu Arjun is not the producer or the director of the movie, nor is he the owner of the cinema hall that where he was hosted. Bad publicity for the actor is good publicity for the movie. And as they say in Hindi, "Badnaam हुए तो क्या नाम तो हुआ." So Allu Arjun at best has been detained for a short while,
Yeah.
has not been charged.
You're watching Viewpoint. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. Telugu superstar Allu Arjun was granted interim bail by the Telangana High Court today in connection with the stampede at the premiere of his blockbuster film Pushpa 2, The Rule, in Hyderabad. The verdict literally caps off a day of fast moving events that started, of course, with this dramatic arrest of this huge superstar from his residence earlier this morning by a lower court, sending the superstar to judicial custody for 14 days. Now, the 4th December stampede at the iconic Sandhya Theatre left a 39-year-old woman dead and her minor son seriously injured. Quite a few questions now arising out of this arrest. BJP, of course, is questioning the Congress government in Telangana. I'm going to go across to Madhavan Narayan, senior journalist, joining me on the program. Madhavan, good evening. Thank you for
Good
joining us.
evening, Frida. Nice to see you again. Yeah.
My pleasure. Let's begin. What did you make of this arrest? Because, of course, in the interim order, and if I understood it correctly, the court says that despite being an actor, Allu Arjun has the right to life and liberty. He may be an actor, he cannot be deprived of this right. But the fact that, this is not the first time that such a stampede has happened because a superstar or a person of prominence have drawn large crowds and there has been an untoward incident. Never before have we seen an arrest happening with this kind of, a haste in record time.
Yeah, I know, Afrida, I have a lot to say on this subject, but I may seem to contradict myself, but I am not, because honestly, we
Okay.
do not know. Our job, especially because, is to look beyond the obvious for our viewers. So we have to do some conjecturing, some analysis on what in fashionable language is now called counterfactuality, which is to say what would have happened if this had happened and what could be the real motive and stuff like that. So, first of all, let's look at it legally and constitutionally and in terms of human principles. I personally think the arrest is fundamentally wrong. I don't even know why the judicial custody was, its bail has been granted, but why there should be even a thought about this on these lines is beats me, because Allu Arjun is not the producer or the director of the movie, nor is he the owner of the cinema hall that where he was hosted. So are we trying to suggest that no movie star can go anywhere in a premiere because he might be held responsible for it? And we have to look at it a bit insightfully, Afrida. Allu
Yeah.
Arjun may be the hero of the film. He may be called Pushpa, but from the point of view of legality and even filmmaking, he's only an
Yeah.
actor. He's even the concept of the hero. Let me get a bit intellectual on this because it will really help us understand the whole game.
Sure.
He's only an actor playing a character. Hero is what we describe him as. And then he's bowing to the wishes of the director as per convention, and who in turn is managed by the producer. And all of them together exhibit the film in a hall where the law and order situation is, if anything to do with it, is the responsible of the owner of the theater, the
Yeah.
the exhibitor, as they're called, the police, which stands outside in case of crowd management, and the
Yeah.
security guards inside, the marshals inside who are inside, and uh, perhaps some of the ushers or others who may be involved. So, if this is the way we look at things, where does Allu Arjun fit into the scheme of things? How can
Yeah.
you arrest an actor who, by definition, is only an actor playing a character? So,
Yeah.
this I'm sorry about this, but this arrest shows the crass, low level of law enforcement in this country. Now that brings us to the next question. I have already seen tweets by the opposition leader of Telangana, K.T. Ramarao, condemning Revant Reddy. So
Yes.
why is the chief minister and the opposition leader both getting involved in this? it is being involved because everybody wants to ride by the coattail of a superstar with India's biggest blockbuster, as we know from, it did 100 crore on day one or two itself, first weekend. It's being dubbed not to, in across India. Allu Arjun now has a national following. He's a national star,
Yeah.
possibly higher than even, let us say, a Shah Rukh Khan for the new generation of.
Hmm. Hmm.
So because what director Sukumar and Allu Arjun have done is to break the language barrier, where we have now a southern film being dubbed and being shown in north. So there is a certain publicity syndrome here. Now, for all we know, now let me bring my cynical journalistic self, because we are used to how people do not mean what they say and may have a different motive. It has
Yeah.
been an open secret in Bollywood and
Yeah.
especially, but also in southern cinema, that
Yeah.
bad publicity for the actor is good publicity for the movie. And as they say in Hindi, "Badnaam हुए तो क्या नाम तो हुआ."
Hmm.
So there is also the possibility that more people will go and see Pushpa 2, and it becomes a reminder for people, hey, you forgot to watch it last week. How about it this week? So,
Hmm.
for all you know, another 50 crore may be added to the revenue of this movie because of the way
So
it is
for the
done.
actor, it's a win-win. You're saying because
Yeah,
at this
exactly. It's
point,
a
if that
win-win
is the
because
fallout, it's a
we are.
positive outcome.
I mean, anyone with a normal, simple idea of the constitutional personal liberties. Of course, this is a
Hmm.
tragic part of this country that there are hundreds or thousands of under trials languishing in courts without trials. But when
Yeah.
it comes to a celebrity, even an so-called, in fact, the word is not even arrest.
Hmm.
I am an old-fashioned journalist, and we should know that even the word arrest should be used very judiciously
Carefully.
and carefully, because we are supposed to
Yeah.
say detention and not
It
arrest.
is. Yes.
So Allu Arjun at best has been detained for a short while,
Yeah.
has not been charged, and we all know at a time
Yeah.
when people like Gurmeet Ram Rahu, convicted people are being given parole or
Yeah.
bail in murder cases, to hold an actor is a travesty of justice, if from a legal
People are
constitutional
even
point of view.
questioning the Hathras stampede and saying that in that satsang, 150 people died. Have you arrested the godman? No. So what
Exactly,
sort of a
exactly. No,
tokenism is this?
no.
What sort of a
Listen,
yeah.
Afrida, you're asking all the right questions, and the only way I can make it useful for our viewers is that the judicial system in this country and the law enforcement system accompanying it is become so random and arbitrary that the Allu Arjun detention is only the latest example